What's up, everybody? This is Wyansis back with my second video, and I'm doing commentary this time with the guy that I consider like the mayor of the Ninja Gaiden online community, Bigalski. What's up, Bigal?
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, this is Bigalski. He got me into doing this. This is such a unique run. I'm glad he's able to show this. This is definitely something a lot different, and I'm really honored for him to pick me to help with the commentary.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, no problem.
So this is this was inspired by Timmy Gunn. Timmy Gunn's Path of the Masochist videos are what got me into doing challenge runs on NGB. And this is a Master Ninja Archive, no UTs, nunchucks only, and like no elixirs.
No elixirs used, right?
No elixirs, no ninpo. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh, the easy stuff. So you just want to start showing the easy stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I think right now, so Timmy Gunn, did he ever finish his whole run? I don't think that he did he? He got to like the Great Bridge Challenge, I think, and then had to stop?
I think he got to like chapter like 11 or something like that. I can't remember.
So, I mean, it definitely was a hard run, and was his nunchucks only, or was it just lunar? I thought it was just the nunchucks, right?
Nunchuck only, and he also did a like a lunar version of this challenge right here. He called it the Archive Lunatic. That was pretty cool too. I like I like that one.
Well, one thing you're not doing is you're also not spamming the wall jump. I mean, for people who don't know, this might look a little, I don't want to say easy because it's not, or maybe a little borderline boring. But again, it's not. You have to know the enemy patterns. You have to know what they're going to have to do. Like knowing his rolls, for the most part, have been really great, dodging the cats and then going from what he needs to do. He's not going to go up and do it all on the second floor. I think him using the stairs to reset the enemies is a fair trade-off. But notice he's not getting a ton of blues right now, too. But see, that guillotine throw right there led to him getting grabbed. So
yes,
the timing has to be important.
That's one of the things I started noticing whenever I was having trouble with this, that you really need to guillotine throw away from the ninjas. You don't want to guillotine the guillotine throw is going to be one of your major attacks when you're weighing potency and using the nunchucks. So whenever you use it, the red ninjas really like to cheese and grab you after the guillotine throw. So like right there, he's wide open. So just throw him. But that's,
well, if you notice when you jumped off the stairs, that cat flying swallowed and almost caught you. But if that cat catches you in the flying swallow and then connects close to the wall, we call that being double flying swallowed. That could almost end your run right now. If you're not at full health, that would end your run right there. So
right, the original life bar is big enough for 2 flying swallows, just barely.
Yeah, and they do have a fiend sealer with the nunchucks, but again, you got to be careful whenever you want to do that because of the enemies being close.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, he went up to do the XYY move, and that's funny right there, though, kicking him like that.
Yeah, this is the hairiest part of the entire run right here.
And he just did an on-landing jump there for people who don't. It's not always roll jumping, it's knowing the movement. I've always had problems with on-landing jumps. And see right there, he knew the guy was going to flip, go towards guillotine throw. The ninja was away from him, so he could finish off the cat.
Right.
And you have to understand the enemy patterns on when to do that. And also, you're trying to mix things up a little bit, like with the Y right there, or whatever that move is, to where you do the kind of the spin kick. That's the one thing. I think that's your first technical like wall jump right there. But again, to use that for invulnerability frames, it's a smart thing to do. You're just not relying on that to kill the enemies. You're using it to protect yourself versus like shurikens.
And this, okay, yeah, right here.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
Right here I should die. Like right there, he caught me. Right there, that cat caught me with the first of its two-hit attack. With the nunchucks, that's gonna crush your guard, and you're gonna take damage most of the time. But it didn't happen that time. That should have killed me. And then the dodge away from the incendiary shuriken that was stuck into the floor was a frame perfect dodge. I went back and looked how close it was, and yeah, I started dodging right as that incendiary shuriken exploded. So
Yeah, if you'd waited a second, you would have been dead.
yeah, I should be dead right now, but getting a little lucky is
See,
okay.
I don't want to look at it like that. I don't want to say that was lucky because you knew when to roll. You knew that. I mean, sometimes there is luck, but I don't think that was. And also, I think he mentioned it a little bit earlier, but something to keep in mind on this: you got to have the potency on.
Yes.
And when you can kick them or guillotine throw them into the wall, that does more damage too. So, that's something to be mindful of.
Yeah, whenever I was figuring out how to do this, I came up with a few rules. One was just like, don't get flying swallowed, obviously. Don't get hit with the first hit of that two-hit combo.
Nice little string there.
Don't get
Sorry,
hit,
go ahead.
Don't get hit with the first of the two-hit combo from the cats, because just little stuff like that will really chip away your damage. And always try to guillotine throw away from the ninjas. And
Well, it was that was a nice little string right there. With you mixing it up, that's the one thing I liked about your first video. And if people haven't seen that, we'll talk about it again at the end of the video. But make sure you watch his run, his first video that he was talking about at the beginning of this video, because it's really good how he likes to mix things up. You could play real safe and roll away and just wait for an open attack, but you're trying to be a little aggressive as well with the YY move, with the chucks, with the XYY right there, with the guillotine throws, when to roll under. There's your first windmill shuriken
well, usually those
that I remember.
pretty much always whenever I do that YY move, it's supposed to be a fiend sealer, but it comes out as the YY.
Oh, okay. I like your move. Like I said, your movement's good too. I like the movement that you're able to do, knowing how to rotate the camera properly. Again, all that stuff comes into place. With the kill counter up. JTB and I talk about always playing with the kill counter up, even if you're not playing for score, because if you guillotine throw a guy off screen or something got turned around, you can see, if you don't hear it, that somebody died. So I think that's super important on there. You know how frustrating this would be if you played it without the kill counter? It's like, when is it ever going to end?
Right. And another rule that I started following whenever I was trying to figure this out was just kill one enemy at a time and concentrate on the cats. And the kill counter, as you said, is really helpful because the spawn pattern in this is cat ninja. So there are 80 cats, 40 ninjas, and so whenever the kill count set is a multiple of 3, then the next after the next kill, that it'll be just ninjas on the floor.
See, I never knew that. There you go.
And so it saves you having to use the camera and look around, because if you see that the kill count is a multiple of 3 plus 1, then there's all ninjas, and if it's not that, then there's 2 ninjas and 1 cat. And you don't.
Well, that's something that totally took this to a new level that I never even thought of. If you notice, you only have 1 cat at a time. I mean, this challenge is hard enough as it is. So to sit there and say, well, you know what, play it and not manipulate the enemies to your favor, I mean, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you had 3 cats at the same time, you could really be in trouble.
I tried doing it with 2 cats and 1 ninja, and maybe I just didn't practice it enough, but it was just really difficult. But with 2 cats and 1 ninja, there is more space to just spam guillotine throws, because there's only 1 ninja around that can grab you. But you're also susceptible to double flying swallows and that first guard crushing attack that they have.
Right. I think I would rather take the Because if you get grabbed, it's not like you're going to get double grabbed, but you could get double flying swallowed.
Yep.
And so I would take that pattern. But yeah, that's very smart. And if anybody watches it and said, because again, it's something I've run through across before. Oh man, could you imagine if you hit X there and open up the door?
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and speaking of like things unique to this arena, like the door, the books. If you read a book in the middle of combat, that resets all the incendiary shurikens.
Great.
It clears out all the incendiary shurikens. So, like it only helped like one time, and it didn't help in this run right here. But if you just happen to be
again,
just
on landing jumps.
Yeah, the on-landing jumps help a lot. Like Ryu on this game is not the most nimble dude, and so just anything you can do to like make him a little more mobile helps a lot.
Well, what I was gonna say, for people said, oh well, he's doing it cat and two ninjas, then they can always make a video and do the own. Fight it with 3 cats at once and see how you like it and see how long that lasts. Yeah, that's impressive. I just never paid attention to that stuff. Sometimes when I do my commentary and JTB or the Godfather will say something, it's like, wow, I didn't know that. So I think being able to figure that out is really impressive. Attention to detail is what I call it.
Well, you just die so many times attempting it that you eventually get smart.
See, that's you knew he was going to flying swallow at you and you rolled underneath it.
And
so, I mean, that's just good pattern recognition.
And roll like out of his flying swallow path. Like if you just roll away from him, you're more likely to get caught. Just try to roll diagonally out of it like that. Don't roll to the corner because you might get even double flying swallow. Just roll like maybe perpendicularly. Try to always just roll out of the path.
You know what would be hard for me on this is not trying to UT. I mean, I know you don't play for score, so that might be a little bit more of a factor. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen that where I've wanted to, on landing, and do a UT or something. So is that hard to not do? Wow, cool move there.
It was at first, for sure, but ever since I finished this run, like it's hard to like start using UTs again. So you just get used to it, weirdly. And with UTs you only get yellow essence, so you do get to heal more. In this kind of and because you're gonna get hit by the incendiary shurikens, you're gonna get grabbed a lot. You're gonna take damage. So. And I do get a lot of timely blues later in the run.
Well, I mean, that's the game gives them to you for doing what you're doing versus getting your combo count high, and but it is funny how you're saying timely, because sometimes you could go through quite a few and not get anything. It's almost like that's one of the first blues that I've seen from a red ninja. The cats seem to drop them a lot more often.
Mm-hmm.
And then if that is the case, though, being down to just only red ninjas, you could be in trouble, I guess. I guess we'll find out what happens. I mean, you're already halfway through it right now, so. Were you sweating at this point, or what were your thoughts as you got halfway through it?
My thoughts after I got halfway through it were just stay calm. Like my high score before getting all 120 this time, my high score was 83, and that was
wow, that's a big jump.
That was months ago. Whenever I started doing this, so and I usually only get like a run into the 50s or 60s or 70s, like maybe once a day whenever I was trying this. And so
what do you think changed from then to where you're getting 50, 60, 80 to now? Did you play a little bit more cautiously? Did you just get...
Cautiously, yeah.
But did you play smarter, you think? You'd understood the patterns better? I mean, I understand the cautiously part, but, the tips that you talked about, were you applying those all the time, or is it just kind of a combination of everything?
I just started adding more rules, basically. Like like I really like to like be aggressive and get in the midst of all the enemies and counter and stuff like that. Like the counter is what really made me fall in love with this game. But and the red ninjas are fairly obvious of how to counter them. So you can have a lot of fun that way. But you really don't want to be in a big crowd. Like just like right here, 2 is the most you want to have on screen.
Well, I like how you use the kick to get one of them away.
Yeah. One, oop, right there.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you jump sometimes.
That wasn't smart right there.
And if you have 3 cats out there, or even 2, that could be death. Getting flying swallowed, double flying swallowed next to the wall, and as you're in recovery frames, the other one does it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried this challenge once, years and years and years ago, with doing what you were doing, but with the level 2 dragon sword. And I never could do it. I mean, I just got... It's almost like the Azuna drop hurt you, because you would just get caught with, a double flying swallow eventually. And I've never gone back to try it again.
I've tried something like that, and yeah, that's a really hard challenge because with the dragon sword you want to get up in the air, but the cats love it when you're in the air. You got to really
they're bitches like that.
You got to watch out for them.
But again, I think going up the stairs, because you unfortunately you're going to have some distractors. Oh well, he didn't do this, or or he did do that, and it makes it easy, of course. And that's the reason I said, hey, if it's so easy, get out and make a video. So you did it, and you're playing a lot smarter, and you learned from it, and you're doing it. I mean, I guess that's all you can really ask for at the end of the day. You're doing something that hasn't been done on video.
Yeah,
that I know of.
Yeah, and the reason I'm playing like this is because this is the way Timmy Gunn played. Like Timmy Gunn did some wall spam every now and then to get some iframes and just whenever he was panicking and stuff like that.
Right.
So
well, trust me, this challenge will make you panic.
This is not easy, and go ahead and try to just wall spam your way through 120 enemies like this, and it's not easy.
You might be able to do it with like maybe the flails, maybe. But I think the lunar would actually almost be worse, just because of the long recovery frames whenever they hit. But the flails, you can come down with that YY, and that's a pretty good hit. But still, I know I'm not going to be trying it anytime soon. Good jump, wow.
Yeah, that's
and good way to pull back. You could have sat there and continued that move, and you might have got punished.
Yeah, I like that neutral jump because whenever the ninja strafes to tell you that he's about to maybe try his grab, he's after that he's not going to do his in-air 3-hit combos. So you can, if you want to, just neutral jump straight up and then slam straight down on him. But also if you try that, just know that sometimes there's going to be a ninja that stuffs your jump with a shuriken, and then you get grabbed. So,
right.
But it is flashy. I like doing it sometimes.
Oh yeah. Hey. Whoa. Oh boy, that could have been deadly right there.
Yep.
You wall cling a little bit right next to that bench.
Yeah.
That could have spelled some problems.
Yeah, and a lot of getting through 120 enemies is just knowing when it's time to get some space, knowing when the spacing doesn't look good, and it's time to just like hit the eject button.
Right. See, some of these, just the dodging that and knowing when to be super aggressive and when not to be. Because I know you want to get in there. It's like, oh, I've got an opening, and then but you backed off a couple of combos a couple times to really. So rolling away from the shuriken that landed to take the cat. I mean, just the directional jumping is something that I've never have been good at. I'll do it when I really think about it, but when you can do that automatically, and that's for people who may be new to this, it's rolling one way and jumping another way.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
know,
essential stuff.
yeah. JTB has a good movement guide for people, and I suggest that. Sorry for plugging somebody else's, but I think your movement is so key in this that people understand how all of that works.
Oh
I
yeah,
think will just benefit
I've
their
definitely
game.
benefited from that tutorial. Like I started doing non-landing jumps after watching that video. So everybody go watch that video.
Well, here, I'd love to, like, is your heart rate, like, going really fast? Or are you pretty calm over what's happening?
Really,
Are you trying not to think about it, or?
uh, really, this run was unique in that it only really got hairy once or twice, like around the 20 kill mark and the 35 kill mark, and then after that,
Wow,
I
but look
felt
at that. Wow.
I felt pretty in control. I really a lot of it is just finding a good pace to play at, like that you can get in there and counter and mix it up and extend some combos, but it's really just smart to just get some space.
Doing that XYY with the potency so good when you know that there's only one cat out there. I'm telling you, I never even knew that or figured it out. I mean, I haven't played this challenge in, oh God, since 2006 or 7, probably, to be honest with you. And, but yeah, that's pretty awesome that you figured that out. I'm sure some other people might have known that, but I'd like to see. Okay, so that's your next challenge, to just play it and kill all the red ninjas. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in. You can edit that out if you want. I had to razz you a little bit.
No way.
See, you could have maybe continued that combo right there while the cat was up in the air. But it's like why do that and take a risk of getting grabbed or shurikened in the back while then you get up in the air and then bounce against the wall, and then all of a sudden there's half your life bar. I mean, you got to play this smart. It's almost hard to play it aggressive, and plus you're limited with no UTs. You're limited with only what the chucks can do. It's not like they have a giant move set, and you can't sit there and come through with a bunch of XXXXY or whatever all the strings are, because then I think you'd really get punished. You have to be quick with your movement or quick with your combo selection.
And yeah, there's a wall spam. I do start this
I think you're using that for invincibility frame. So you're not doing it to kill. You're doing it to use the iframes. So there is a big difference there, in my opinion.
I like that move right there. The counter whipped, and then I turned around and then just kicked him right in the back. I like that one.
Yeah. How do you do the kick again? Is it you push the directional stick in X, or is it Y?
Yep, forward X.
Okay.
And with the
Yeah, see right there. You knew the cat was coming. You knew how to roll under it, and then you could attack.
and I knew where the red ninjas were. I knew that I had space.
Yeah. Right. Sometimes when I get to these areas in all my videos, my blood pressure's up and the heartbeat's up and everything. I'm like, don't mess it up. And it's, I mean, so far it looks like you've stayed calm through all of it. Maybe part of the relief too. But that's what this game will do to you. You think you got it made.
Yeah, this game knows when you're getting a little too cocky. This game really knows how to humble you.
Yes. And I think one thing to mention, and it's not to disparage Timmy Gunn at all, but didn't he finally do this? But he did it all on the second floor, right?
I believe, yeah. In his Path of the Masochist run, his was second floor. I don't know if he eventually went back and did this challenge this way. I don't know about that.
How do you know how to get to where his run is on YouTube? Maybe you can, if you find it, maybe post it in a link in your info section so people could compare it.
Yeah, I definitely will do
if
that.
you wanted.
Definitely will.
I mean, you could probably roll under that shuriken, but why not wall jump to use those iframes? I mean, you've already shown that you can, roll out of a shuriken too, but there's two different ways of doing it. See, I think you rolled out of the way. You knew that shuriken was going to explode on the ground, and you rolled away from it before it did.
Yeah, it's situational. The shurikens have a 1.5 second fuse, and so you kind of know what's going to happen on 1.5 seconds in the future. So sometimes it's better to just jump off the wall.
Well, that's an interesting. It's funny how I've played the game so much, and some of the things that I've just never paid attention to. That's the bad thing about always kind of playing for karma, is that you kind of get limited in, some of the other aspects of it. I know that I have a feel of when the shurikens are going to explode, but I never thought of the exact time.
And there's
nice kick into the wall.
Yeah, there's another good example of wind pathing into the ninjas and then guillotine throwing away from them to create some space.
Yeah. See, again, you didn't. What move is that to come down with the kick? The X?
Yeah, just neutral X.
Yeah. And whenever he talks about neutral, that means he's letting the thumbstick go back to the center. Nice. He had to throw the shuriken on his head at the end just to stay down, bitch.
I do a little happy dance here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Congratulations, man. That was awesome. Did you go yes, or just, oh, there you go. It wasn't as hard as I thought.
Oh, no. I sometimes have trouble giving myself some credit. But I was just I just really felt good about this one, and took a break and ate some cake.
Oh, cake is a great celebration.
I was feeling good about myself, yeah.
Yeah. The commentary is always good. I feel if people have any questions, wanting to know, how he did a certain thing or something, always ask. Leave it in the comment section, and he wants to give out great information. Wyans is an excellent player, and I know this is only his second video, but I hope that there's many more to come in the future, man. Congratulations on getting this done. Well done. I mean, awesome.
Thanks, man, and congratulations on 50 million.
Oh, yeah, well, nobody knows that yet, but
oh, I'll cut that.
But hopefully by the time you get yours up, mine will be up too. But yeah, hey, I appreciate it. I've been working on that for a long time, and I'm glad that that's over with. So we both had a great sense of accomplishment in our Ninja Gaiden careers, over the last couple of days. So,
all right, thanks, Bigalski. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Go check out Timmy Gunn's Path of the Masochist run. They are my favorite Ninja Gaiden videos on YouTube. And good luck, Bigalski, on the path toward 50 million plus. And
thank you.
This is Wyanza signing out.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you.